Today is 11 of February 2020. Before the system start with those kind of huge tortures and attempts, always those animals have a level, and they have a structure that they collect information of what you gonna do, how you gonna react, and messages. We're gonna measure you, we're gonna test your strength, and we're gonna test your abilities and everything. Before the system start, I was in my place. Stress and violence in the city of thousands of people like here started. I mean, was not possible to communicate or speak to no one. Threats, rude words, offense, so many things. For all over the years, I didn't stop to went to my job, be outside, and fighting for my life. Those days before the big amount of X-rays and the last team of killers start working, they did this when I was noon in my place, trying to sleep or rest. They start day by day with some cars outside of my house, coming at the opposite, at the left side. So what they did and doing, I was starting to sleep. I was tired. A car was coming outside. It's a small street there. Always was a man, the driver, was opening the back door of the car, the door that is for boxes and suitcases and porpagas. And then in a few seconds closed this door. After a few minutes, was starting have the feeling like, if you remember, of old-fashioned mobiles, when you was talking in those kind of big and huge mobiles before 14, 18 years back. No, I mean, yeah. The radiation, because of the frequency and the amplifying of the signal, was big, because was not possible companies to build a lot of antennas, and technology was not so new. So the mobiles needed then to make biggest transmission to collect the signal from the cells. when we was using for a long time those kind of models and telephones, and we was speaking after a few 10 minutes, 15 minutes, most of people had a feeling of huge pain, head pain. So what those criminal did, they put a system in the house, in the um, in the house in the next floor of me, but that floor was that level was the floor of the other house. For me was the sill. They put a system in that is working in the same way. They transmit frequency, and they transmit this kind of signal. So when I was trying to sleep, they was opening this kind of system. Those I think last for 4 or 5 days. When I was trying to sleep, they was opening those kind of signal. It was more 1 or 2 watts, and that's a very big signal, very strong signal for this kind of frequency, 2G, 3G, and high frequency in kilohertz. So I was starting to had heat pains, like I'm speaking in a phone or something. This kind of scamp and criminal came outside of the house more than 5, 6 times, different days. They starting collect information of how I'm gonna react. I mean, what I'm gonna do when I'm gonna try to feel this kind of pain and torture. They collect information of my reactions. Of course, I change bed, I change place, I turn in another position my body. Those informations from criminals send it to the main team of killers, and they build fast the system that already I described in black and white videos. One day of them was a black car. Man was age about 55, 58, 1 meter 73, strong body, almost brown and blonde hairs. Was moving fast. After the big, after the attempts to murder me and the big tortures, my words here are limited. I went one day I was suffering so much that it was not possible anymore to live. I went immediately to central hospital of my town in emergency room. When I went there, I saw the mafia wearing black clothes, big Baileys, fat people, beards, others with some costumes mixed. I went there, I hide this kind of tortures attempts. I just said I give my name, registration, everything. I said I have a huge pain in my belly, my chest. My belly is burning. I'm losing senses. Uh, I want to throw up whatever I'm eating. And I describe many things. They give me a number and weight, but in the same time, some people wearing some colors that has to do with this kind of criminal cycles. They threaten me that day by day they're gonna destroy me. First of what they're doing is, after the attempts to murder, to destroy the reputation, the name, and everything. I went inside of the emergency room. Was a doctor. Age was about 33, 37, 1 meter 80, thin, short hairs, black, cycle face, oval maybe, yes, tall, with other people. Emergency room was very busy. Together with me was another person in the bed. That was someone of the family there. When they called me to go inside for examination, it came a woman, a young woman, who was age about 27, 28, thin, very thin, wearing a sport uniform. Was foreign. I think I'm gonna keep this, not sure. She was foreign. She was wearing in the back of the uniform, athletic uniform, was writing something there, and the word was dance. I didn't give any attention, but this is a very serious element, because there is a structure of thousands of people that involving in this kind of disaster, and the message with clothes I'm gonna explain later. When this woman was, his face has amazing hate. He's pretend that is a visitor or was there for examination in emergency room, but was not for that. This woman was sent from criminals, because they started day by day to inform me with different kind of messages and people and way that they choose to inform me, because always they want to be hide from society and other people what they doing. After that came a nurse. That nurse was wearing white doctor, the usually form with name. She put me in my hand the system of the blood, but was the big one, like a butterfly. All those years I'm